Chapter 1: The Clink of Change. The documentary begins with a haunting symphony of heavy metal doors clanking shut, echoing within the stark confines of a maximum security prison. The sounds mingle with distant voices, some laced with anger, others tinged with despair, as Lucas steps into his new reality. A 30-something artist, he carries the weight of a wrongful conviction for a crime he didn't commit. He feels the coldness of the concrete walls and the harsh flicker of fluorescent lights overhead, the atmosphere thick with anxiety. Lucas stands amidst a diverse group of inmates, each grappling with their own stories. Fear and uncertainty swirl around him, but he senses the flicker of resilience among them. As the cacophony settles, Lucas takes a deep breath, resolving to navigate this unsettling world. He clings to hope, unaware that his journey would soon reveal the profound connections that can emerge even from the darkest of places. Chapter 2: First Impressions. As Lucas steps into the prison's confines, the harsh fluorescent lights feel unyielding, casting stark shadows across the cold cement walls. The air is thick with tension, punctuated by the distant clanging of metal gates and the echo of voices. Some aggressive, others resigned, all fighting through a labyrinth of despair. Lucas recounts his unsettling first night, the sound of restless bodies turning in their cells and whispered fears drifting through the darkness. He observes the routines of prison life, the clatter of trays in the mess hall, the monotonous shuffle of shoes on concrete, and the guarded whispers during yard time, where friendships are forged in fleeting moments of vulnerability. Amidst this chaos, Lucas clings to his identity as an artist. The inkling of hope stirs within him, igniting a determination to document not just his experiences, but the untold stories woven into the fabric of this unforgiving place. Chapter 3: Voices Behind Bars. In the echoing confines of the prison, every voice tells a story, a narrative that reflects the complex tapestry of lives woven together by fate. Lucas sits in the common area, his sketchbook propped against his knees, absorbing the tales that fill the air. He meets Daniel, a gentle giant who unexpectedly reveals the depths of his soul. A moment of weakness led him to a crime of passion, forever altering his destiny. Next, Maria, a fierce advocate for justice, who traded her lawyer's robe for an inmate's uniform, shares her dreams of reforming the system from within. Then there is Malik, a young man grappling with addiction, who yearns not just for freedom from prison, but also a way to break the chains of his past. Each voice carries a weight of regret, resilience, and hope, intertwining to create a profound understanding of the human condition behind bars. Chapter 4: Finding Solace in Art. In the harsh confines of prison, Lucas discovers a lifeline through art. As the echo of heavy footsteps fades, he picks up his sketchbook, a small but significant connection to the outside world. He begins to sketch the faces around him, hardened features etched with life's struggles, softened by moments of vulnerability. With each stroke of his pencil, Lucas captures not just the likeness, but the essence of his fellow inmates. In the mess hall, he draws Daniel as he shares a funny story, laughter illuminating the otherwise bleak environment. Maria poses for him during a rare moment of tranquility, her fierce spirit radiating from the page. Malik, eyes darting with uncertainty, becomes a canvas for Lucas's empathy. Through these sketches, Lucas forges connections and builds a fragile community. The art becomes a medium of liberation, a way to honor their stories and remind them all of their shared humanity amid despair. Chapter 5: Building Bonds. As days turned into weeks, an unexpected camaraderie blossomed among the inmates, transcending the harsh environment of the maximum security prison. Lucas found himself sharing meals in the mess hall with Daniel, Maria, and Malik, their laughter cutting through the oppressive air. During these moments, they exchanged stories, revealing their vulnerabilities and dreams. Lucas learned about Daniel's gentle nature that contradicted his fearsome appearance, a man whose crime stemmed from a moment of passion. Maria shared tales of her legal battles, fighting not just for her freedom but for that of others. Malik, struggling with addiction, spoke candidly about his past, finding solace in their shared experiences. These interactions became lifelines, weaving a tapestry of support and understanding. Lucas began sketching candid portraits of his friends, capturing their essence, a necessary reminder that beneath hardened facades lay profound stories waiting to be told, each bond a testament to resilience and hope. Chapter 6. Tension Rising. The atmosphere within the prison thickens as murmurs of gang conflicts ripple through the inmate population. Lucas can sense the unease hanging in the air, each day marked by the tension simmering just beneath the surface. In the mess hall, whispers of impending confrontations echo between bites of bland food. Daniel, with his calm demeanor, tries to lighten the mood, sharing stories of his more innocent past, but even he can't shake off the gravity of impending violence. During rec time, Lucas notices groups forming, their conversations sharp and guarded. Figures loom in the distance, casting shadows that stretch beyond the yard, reminding everyone that alliances often determine survival. Lucas holds tight to his sketchbook, using art as an anchor amid the brewing storm. He sketches friends as a reminder of their humanity, but with each pencil stroke, he feels the fear of potential loss creeping closer, urging him to foster unity during a time when division threatens to engulf them all. Chapter 7. Moments of Light. Amidst the pervasive tension and looming threats of gang conflicts, Lucas and his fellow inmates find solace in shared moments of creativity and laughter. It begins with an impromptu poetry reading in the rec yard, where Daniel recites heartfelt verses about loss and resilience, his deep voice cutting through the murmur of discontent. Laughter echoes as Maria shares her witty observations about life behind bars, her humor providing a brief escape from their grim surroundings. Inspired, Lucas organizes art therapy sessions, inviting inmates to express their stories through painting and drawing. The clatter of brushes against plastic palettes soon transforms into a vibrant chorus of creativity, as colors collide harmoniously on canvas. These sessions become a sanctuary where budding artists shed their facades, revealing vulnerabilities and dreams. In these fleeting moments, the oppressive weight of prison life lightens, creating bonds and a sense of hope amid despair, reminding all that human connection can flourish in even the darkest places. Chapter 8. The Breaking Point. As the prison buzzes with tension, the air thickens with an unspoken fear. Whispers of impending gang conflict ripple through the corridors, and Lucas, along with his friends, can't shake the feeling that danger looms closer. One fateful evening, the muffled sounds of shouting erupt into chaos as rival factions clash near the mess hall. Lucas's heart races as he huddles in the corner, the cacophony of violence raging around him, a stark reminder of the fragility of life behind bars. The impact is immediate. When the dust settles, one of their own is gravely injured. The gravity of the situation weighs heavily on Lucas and his friends, forcing them to confront their mortality and the choices that brought them here. In the aftermath, they gather in the rec yard, faces drawn and silent. Each man reflects on the price of their past decisions, their fears now echoing hauntingly in the stillness. Chapter 9. Art as Defiance. In the dim light of the prison art room, a sense of purpose ignited within Lucas. He gathered his fellow inmates, presenting the idea of an art exhibition, a bold act of defiance against their bleak reality. As they brainstormed, the space filled with excitement and nervous anticipation. Lucas encouraged each artist to delve into their emotions, transforming pain into powerful visual expressions. One by one, inmates shared their stories through brushstrokes and sketches, revealing deep fears, lost dreams, and fierce hopes for the future. With each piece, the walls of the prison seemed to fade away, replaced by a vibrant tapestry of resilience. On the night of the exhibition, the atmosphere buzzed with energy. Inmates, guards, and volunteers filled the room, captivated by the art that echoed their struggles and humanity. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to their strength, reminding everyone that beyond bars, their voices could still resonate fiercely. Chapter 10. Telling Their Stories. As the day of the art exhibition arrives, the atmosphere is thick with anticipation. Lucas stands nervously at the center of the makeshift gallery in the prison's rec room, surrounded by the art pieces that embody the struggles and triumphs of his fellow inmates. One by one, each inmate steps forward to share their story. Daniel recounts a moment of rage that cost him his freedom. Maria speaks passionately about her fight for justice, and Malik opens up about the grip of addiction that ensnared him. Their voices, once muffled by shame and anger, now resonate with raw honesty and vulnerability. The audience, comprised of fellow inmates, listens intently, their gazes filled with understanding. As the narratives unfold, a powerful sense of solidarity blankets the room, transforming pain into purpose and reminding everyone that behind every bar lies a story yearning to be heard. In this shared moment, humanity prevails against despair. Chapter 11. External Attention. As the weeks pass, Lucas's art exhibition becomes a focal point not only for the inmates, but also for the outside world. Word spreads like wildfire within the prison walls, and soon local journalists and activists take notice of the powerful stories reflected in Lucas's sketches and the compelling narratives shared by the inmates during the showcase. The media coverage highlights the injustices of the penal system, particularly Lucas's wrongful conviction, igniting discussions about the urgent need for reform. Their raw emotions and stories resonate with the public, drawing unexpected support from advocacy groups and local artists who reach out, eager to amplify their voices. In this moment of newfound attention, Lucas and his fellow inmates feel a glimmer of hope, realizing that their art can serve as a bridge between their struggles and the outside world, challenging perceptions and inspiring change. This spotlight offers them a chance to redefine their narratives and envision a future beyond the prison walls. Chapter 12. Reflection and Growth. As Lucas sits in the solitude of his cell, he reflects on the journey that brought him here, a journey marked by despair, but also profound growth. The flickering light overhead casts shadows that dance across the walls, mirroring the complex emotions swirling within him. He thinks of Daniel, Maria, and Malik, each friendship forging a bond that transcends their circumstances. The laughter shared during poetry readings, the warmth of camaraderie amidst chaos, and the shared hope found in art all echo in his mind. Lucas understands that this place, once a symbol of his confinement, has also become a crucible for his transformation. He recalls the moments when he stood before his fellow inmates, their artwork displayed with pride, and the sense of purpose that filled the air. As he prepares for his parole hearing, Lucas embraces the lessons learned, the importance of human connection, the power of resilience, and the enduring spirit that thrives even in darkness. Chapter 13. The Longing for Freedom. As Lucas sits in his cell, the weight of confinement settles heavily on his chest. He stares out through the barred window, the world beyond a distant memory. Freedom, once a simple concept, now feels like an elusive dream intertwined with fear of returning to a society that may not welcome him, and fear of falling back into a cycle of despair. Conversations with fellow inmates echo in his mind. Daniel fears the streets that await him. Maria wrestles with her identity, lauded and imprisoned, while Malik grapples with the specter of addiction looming over his release. They often talk about the longing for freedom, not just from the physical confines of prison walls, but from the stigma that follows them. Amid these reflections, Lucas realizes that freedom transcends mere physicality. It lies in their shared stories, resilience, and the lasting connections they've formed. These bonds may well be their lifeline, weaving a tapestry of hope that endures beyond the bars of confinement.